Now, we have some more breaking news coming in, I see, but I'm going to move very quickly. All right, and as expected, AIADMK has resolved to bring back the post of General Secretary. They've also annulled the dual leadership structure. Edappadi Palaniswami is the interim General Secretary of the AIADMK. All right, this was very much along expected lines, but with this, EPS's appointment is now official. AIADMK has officially said goodbye to its dual leadership structure. It's entering into a new phase at this moment. My colleague Purnima to bring us more about what this momentous occasion means for the party. Purnima, over to you. Purnima, are you able to hear me? All right, we'll try to re-establish that connection.
சட்டமன்ற உறுப்பினர் அருமைக்குரிய ஆருயிர் அண்ணன் கேபி முனுசாமி அவர்கள்.
All right, visuals that you can see right now coming in from the general meeting in Chennai. This is the General Council meeting where, as you just saw a few minutes ago, EPS was appointed as the interim General Secretary. This is huge news for the party. The party is now returning, metaphorically, to its roots. It is now going back to its single leadership structure. It's giving up on a structure that it had tried over the last few years, an experimental dual leadership structure. The visuals were also switching to very quickly. These are the demonstrations that continue to take place outside the AIADMK headquarters in Chennai in Tamil Nadu. Demonstrations taking place by OPS's supporters against the EPS faction. Now we're switching between that and visuals that are coming in straight from the meeting. My colleague Purnima to highlight for us what's taken place. Purnima, over to you.
Well, Edappadi is the AIADMK chief. No more dual leadership, no more coordinator, co-coordinator posts for the AIADMK. This puts an end to all of O. Pannirselvam's options, wanting the AIADMK to work under the dual leadership formula. So AIADMK adopts to unitary leadership and elects Edappadi Palaniswami as the interim General Secretary of the party. EPS is going to be the face of the AIADMK going forward. So in the meantime, V.K. Sasikla, O. Pannirselvam, they've run out of options. Even though V.K. Sasikla has been touring the states, this makes it very clear that AIADMK will now have only one leader, and that is Edappadi Palaniswami. So he is going to be the leader and the face of the AIADMK. We'll have to wait and see how O. Pannirselvam now takes his protest forward. Right now, he and his supporters have been silently staging protests inside the ADMK headquarters. But whether the party is going to sack O. Pannirselvam and what Pannirselvam plans to do next, that will remain an interesting development in the next 1-2 hours. There will be more clarity on what O. Pannirselvam plans to do. He is waiting to see whether the General Council passes any resolution against him or takes action against him. So he is also waiting to see if there's any action taken by Edappadi and his loyalists against O. Pannirselvam. Post that, he will decide his next course of action, is what we've been hearing from his camp.
Purnima, I want to understand from you here, right before we let you go on this particular angle, I want to understand from you, something we've told our audiences constantly is that EPS, who we can see has just been appointed as the interim General Secretary, he's always enjoyed popular support when it comes to OPS and VPS. Could you highlight for our audiences right now the number of people, the number of leaders who are there to support him today at the meeting?
Well, Edappadi enjoys 95% of the support. All the senior leaders of the AIADMK, even many of the loyalists of O. Pannirselvam, jumped ship to the EPS camp. So all the senior leaders have backed Edappadi Palaniswami and have ensured that he becomes the leader of the AIADMK. So 95% of the support is what Edappadi enjoys at this point in time. O. Pannirselvam has just the support of 2 MLAs alone, and that's why he has been facing existential crisis. That's why he was trying to take the legal routes possible to ensure that ADMK continues to work under the dual leadership formula. But mass support by Edappadi and also a setback through the Supreme Court order made it very clear that Edappadi is likely to become the chief of the AIADMK, and that's something that we saw a short while ago. He has been appointed as the interim General Secretary of the party. O. Palaniswami has very less support, and those supporters that you see at the ADMK headquarters, they have come from his hometown, Theni district. So that's the only support that O. Palaniswami enjoys.
Okay.
But Edappadi has the support of all the senior leaders, and that's why he's made the face of the AIADMK.
All right, that's exactly what I wanted to ask you, Purnima, a little while earlier. You were saying all of his supporters, the ones that we're seeing demonstrating, they've come from his hometown, the Theni district. Could you tell us more over there?
Well, in 2017, when O. Palaniswami started his Dharma Yudh, that's when he had the support of only 11 MLAs, whereas all the other MLAs were in fact siding with DK Sasikala then. But from the 11 MLAs, many of them had already jumped ship to the EPS camp. The very few supporters that O. Palaniswami has is the support of 2 MLAs who have been backing him from day one till now, whereas most of them, including senior leader Maitriyan, was the latest to join the Edappadi camp. Now, if you look at the supporters or the loyalists of O. Palaniswami, it's basically the cadre who are from his hometown, Theni district, where he's done a lot for those people. So, O. Palaniswami has less than 5% of the total support of the party, and that's why you see huge support for Edappadi. And those who have been supporting O. Palaniswami are the cadre from Theni district, which is also the hometown of O. Palaniswami, and he has the support of only 2 other MLAs. All other MLAs who had earlier supported him have already shifted their base to the Edappadi camp, and right now he has very, very little support. And even those who have been supporting him are mostly cadre from his hometown, not cadre from other parts of Tamil Nadu.
Okay, Purnima, thank you for bringing us those details. Stay with us. We're going to go over now to my colleague Mugalan. He's also with us right now. Mugalan, if we could come over to you to understand this question. For EPS, obviously, for a while now, the big challenge has been OPS challenging his leadership, his seniority, his popularity within the party. Today, obviously, with this move, to some degree, that is settled. I want to understand from you, Mugalan, apart from the challenge that OPS still represents to EPS's leadership, what are the big milestones, the big hurdles that he has ahead of him when it comes to taking charge of the AIADMK as he has today?
Definitely now all routes are clear for EPS because now the court have given the go-ahead, and in the General Council also unanimously have seconded to appoint EPS as ADMK's General Secretary. So technically speaking, as per the bylaw and as per the legal perspective, EPS will be the General Secretary, but we have to wait to watch what OPS are going to decide in this matter, because now the only option that is left for OPS is to approach this appointment legally, but we have to wait and watch how that will stand the legal scrutiny, because we have seen either it be the Supreme Court or the Madras High Court, they have said that they will not be interfering in political parties internal issues. So now, as per the party's bylaw, EPS have been elected as General Secretary of the party, and as far as the ADMK is concerned, the General Secretary has all powers in the party. It is the General Secretary who will decide what should be done in the party. So now EPS being made as the General Secretary, he will be having all powers to take any decision inside the party, and we have to wait and watch what decision